ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen out there. How are you? How was your night? You're welcome to yet another interesting edition of Newspaper Review, coming to you live from Power 365 Online Radio, your number one online radio in the Ibadan and in the Southwest. Okay, so we don't know whether to say congratulations to the organized labor yet, but at least they've called off the strike, and we hope that the deliberation will yield fruitful results. Okay, the first story I'm bringing to you here says Tinubu asks Edun to present new minimum wage figures in 48 hours. Want realistic, affordable, acceptable pay for workers. The battle to birth a new minimum wage for workers temporarily took its course to the seat of power, where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu met with members of his cabinet participating in the tripartite committee meeting. President Tinubu asked Wale Edun, Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, to come up with new minimum wage figure that for workers within 48 hours. Alright, you may pick a copy of the Daily Independent to read more on that story. And then this next story is saying Nigeria loses over $100 million annually to fish export lull. The Nigerian Trawlers Owners Association has cried out over declining fortunes of fishing and trawling business in the country. It said the country is losing over $100 million annually due to fish export lull. The association and other concerned stakeholders are thus calling on the federal government to urgently intervene and save the sector from total collapse. The association asserted that the high cost of the automobile gas, oil, AGO, that's diesel, apart from others, has become a major challenge. Okay, read more of that story. It's also on page 1 of the Daily Independent. Nigeria ranks below Benin, Sierra Leone, others in Open Budget Survey Global Index. Nigeria is ranked below Cameroon, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Sierra Leone, and Benin Republic in the 2023 Open Budget Survey conducted by the International Budget Partnership. As a result, Budget, a leading civic tech organization promoting transparency, accountability, and effective service delivery in Nigeria, has expressed concern at the country's performance. All right, pick a copy of that and read more. Senate to enact laws against National Grid Airport shutdown. The Senate on Tuesday said it would enact laws that would prevent the shutting down of electricity national grid and the airports. It frowned at what it described as some excessive actions taken by some members of the Nigeria Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress during the nationwide strike. That's interesting. Okay, so it has a rider accuses unionists of economic sabotage, disruption of Hajj flight. Okay, pick a copy of that to read more. And this is saying Wiki has silenced critics with outstanding performance. That's coming from Tinubu. But okay, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Tuesday commended the Federal Capital Territory Minister Barrister Nyesom Wike for his exemplary performance in office, saying he has surpassed expectations and silenced critics. The president approved the name of the full-scope arterial road N20 from Northern Parkway to the Outer Northern Expressway, otherwise called the Murtala Mohammed Expressway, as the Wole Soyinka Way. Speaking at the commissioning ceremony of the fully developed Road N20 connecting Northern Parkway to Outer Northern Expressway, Kubwa, President Tinubu acknowledged that he had initially received cautionary advice against appointing Wike as FCT minister, citing concerns about his ability to deliver. Ibadan mortgages pledge support for Dotun Sanusi's. Okay, I'm not reading that. Utiva, others receive funds to assist aspiring young Nigerians. We have laid foundation for strong economy in Cross River. That's coming from Governor Otu. Cross River State Governor Senator Basi Otu has declared that his administration within 1 year in office has been able to lay a solid foundation for a strong economy in the state. Speaking in a statewide address to the people, he reflected on his administration's achievements in various sectors including education, infrastructure, digital innovation, agriculture, health, and economic development. Oyo workers comply with labor unions' directives over suspension of strike. Barely 48 hours after the declaration of a nationwide strike by the Nigerian Labour Congress and Trade Union Congress, compliance with new directive to suspend the strike has been confirmed by labor leaders in Oyo State. Recall that Daily Independent had earlier monitored and reported the level of compliance in some parts of the Ibadan metropolis on Tuesday, including the state government secretariat at Agodi. Read more of that story. It's also on page 2 of the Daily Independent. Kogi government vows to punish gender-based abusers. The Kogi state government said it has taken further steps to mitigate sexual exploitation, abuse, harassment, and all forms of gender-based violence across the state. Speaking at the Stakeholders Engagement Workshop on Sexual Exploitation and Abuse, Gender-Based Violence, organized by the Nigeria COVID-19 Preparedness and Response Project for members of the Kogi State Technical Working Group on GBV, the Director, Planning, Research and Statistics, Kogi State Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, Mr. Ina Useni Isaac, said sexual exploitation, abuse, and harassment are pervasive issues that affect individuals across all communities, including Kogi State. Senator Tinubu distributes food items to physically challenged persons, vulnerable women in Nasarawa. Senator Oluremi Tinubu, the wife of the President of Nigeria, on Tuesday distributed food items worth millions to over 600 vulnerable women, including persons with disabilities in Nasarawa State. 4 persons fell dead as gas tanker explodes in rivers. At least 4 people were found dead after a truck conveying gas lost control and tipped over the Obiri-Ikwere flyover in Port Harcourt, River State, bursting into flames. INEC extends continuous voter registration for Ondo polls. The Independent National Electoral Commission has extended the ongoing continuous voters registration in Edo and Ondo states by 4 days. With the new development, the exercise will now end on Sunday, June 9, 2024. Okay, NLC strike in bad faith. Negotiations fell short of global standard. CSO, Civil Society Coalition and for Credible Elections, has criticized the NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress, and the Trade Union Congress strike, insisting that it was unlawful and done in bad faith. Two media organizations recognize Aerofield Homes CEO Armstrong. 2 media organizations, Business Times newspaper and Bravins magazine, published by Edo Legacy Foundation, are both in a separate event honored the Chief Executive Officer of Aerofields Home, Lagos, Armstrong Tope Akintunde, for his outstanding contribution to the development of the nation. Okocha denies congratulating Governor Fubara. The caretaker committee chairman of the All Progressives Congress in Rivers State, Chief Tony Okocha, has denied claims that he had congratulated Governor Siminalayi Fubara of Rivers State on his first year anniversary. And so why shouldn't he congratulate him? Anyway, away from that, let's go. NOA to issue standardized version of new national anthem. Following the signing into law of a new national anthem, the National Orientation Agency has assured Nigerians that a standardized version of the anthem will be issued by the agency after consultation with stakeholders. We are waiting. Cultism or Baseki bans activities of community youth leaders. Stakeholders task federal government on dredging, building dams. Jonathan says politicians won't approach courts if judiciary is upright. Let me take a break. When I return, I'll bring you more news.
This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discussions, we are your #1 online radio station in Southwest Nigeria. We are dedicated to delivering top-notch content that keeps you informed, entertained, and engaged. Stay connected on Power 365 Radio by following us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power.
Remember, I brought you the news earlier that Nigeria ranks below Benin, Sierra Leone, others in Open Budget Survey Global Index. Insecurity, difficult terrain impeding rescue of 30 trapped miners, Niger government. The Niger State Commissioner for Humanitarian Affairs and Disaster Management, Ahmed Baba Suleiman Yumu, has revealed that insecurity and difficult terrain are hindering rescue operations of 30 miners trapped in a pit that collapsed in Galadima Kogo, Shiroro local government area of the state. That's a sad one. Budget pardon allegation. Forget yesterday's event. It's time to move on. Ningi tells the senators. Forgiving and recalled Senator Abdul Ningi, PDP Pauchi Central, who resumed plenary on Tuesday after a nearly 3-month suspension, 75 of 90 days, has told his colleagues at plenary to banish thoughts of the event of the past, adding that it was time to move on. Okay. All right. So this is okay. Let's bring you this one. Okay. There's a picture here where Senator Bemi Bamdele, leader of the Senate, Senator Barao I. Jubrin, Deputy President of the Senate, second left, Abdul Ningi, Senator representing Bauchi Central, and Gozo Akpabio took during the resumption of Senator Ningi after the lifting of his 3-month suspension at the Senate Chamber, National Assembly Complex, Abuja. Don't be surprised this man might defect at the end of the day and go to probably APC. Tinubu names arterial road in FCT after Wole Soyinka. President Bola Tinubu has on Tuesday inaugurated the arterial road N20, which runs from Northern Parkway to Outer Northern Expressway in the Federal Capital Territory, and he has named it after the Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka, and alleged plans to revoke licenses of 3 more banks false. CBN, the Central Bank of Nigeria, on Tuesday reacted to widespread speculations that there are plans by this Apex Bank to revoke the licenses of 3 additional banks, describing the rumors as false, which is orchestrated to trigger panic in the financial system. Please, don't revoke license of my bank. Let us beg Central Bank of Nigeria. Okay, so we have so many stories on the Daily Independent today. I'll advise that you pick a copy of the Daily Independent to grab on this inciting stories. INEC Chairman Lord's smooth continuous voter registration in Ondo. We didn't lose any baby. Red Cross replies Enugu APC. And then on the sports page, 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifier Eagles camp bubbles with 20 players as Barsi others arrive. And President Federation Cup Sunshine Stars Pillars battle for semi-final slot. All right, thank you for staying tuned today. It's good to know that you're there with us, and we're so happy to have you all the time. Stay tuned for other programs. Iwosan Aye Atijo is coming up shortly. We also have Iwaida coming up shortly, and other programs. We also have Emayashe and so many programs that have been lined up for your enjoyment today. Do not move that dial. Make sure you're stuck to Power 365 Online Radio. You can join us on our website www.power365fm.com, and you could also join us live on TikTok and on Facebook and other platforms. We love you. God bless you.
In for the rhythms that make you feel alive. And get ready to power up your day every day on Power 365 Radio, broadcasting from the city of Ibadan. Follow us for top-notch news and entertainment updates. Don't miss a thing. So, pick up your phone and follow us on Facebook at Power 365 FM, Instagram at Power365_FM. Power 365 Radio, your number one online Southwest radio. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience